All right, everyone, let's do some flying today. It is kind of windy out here. It is a November day. It's pretty, but it's cold. It is windy out here, and we're just going to fly, and we're going to talk about the Avata. I've had it for about 43 days now. Let's go ahead and take off here. I've had it for about 43 days now. I'm in my backyard here. Boy, look at the leaves I've got to get up. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I've got to get some of these leaves up. Let me fly around some of these trees here real quick. We got some bamboo. We're going to try to make us some things to fly around and through and under and everything. As soon as we get this bamboo together, maybe put some on these trees here. Maybe put some on these trees over here. Maybe put some in the trees over here. And then we can fly around them and everything else. But let's talk about the Avata. So I still love this little Avata, man. This thing is awesome. I love it. It's terrific. And yes, I am in my bright yellow pajama pants. You did see that correctly. I'm in my bright yellow pajama pants, but that's okay. I got some garbage around me that my wife said I needed to take to the recycling bin that I haven't took yet, but we'll get that done. But I love this Avata. Now let's talk about some of the things that it is and some of the things that it isn't. Let's go over here to my side yard here. I still got to get some leaves up over here, but let's go ahead and cross the street here and go up and over to the park. Some of the things that the Avata is good for real estate work. It's good for you know, like going through the woods and things like that. Over here, I can go down in the woods. I can follow creeks, rivers, things like that. It's really good for stuff like that. Let me put this thing in sport mode. It's really good for stuff like that, and it's good for basic freestyle. When I say basic freestyle, I mean just some rolls and some turns and things of that nature. But it's not good for full-blown freestyle drone. If you're going to do that, you might as well build you or buy you a bind and fly 5-inch drone or something like that, because this is not good for that. It's a Cinewhoop, and it will not act the same way as, say, a 5-inch drone would or something like that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this thing in manual mode, because I do love my manual mode. And we'll do some flying like that. There we go. Now we can fly around in manual mode. So yeah, it's good for basic freestyling. For example, if you want to come along and do a little turn like that and hit the ground, like I just did, and then save it. I should not have hit the ground like that. I don't know why in the world I hit the ground. That was silly. But yeah, just doing things like that with it, little small turns, stuff like that. It's good for things like that, rolls, dives, things of that nature. I think I've got my camera angle set too high. I had it set at, what in the world was it set at 68 degrees for? Goodness gracious, I must have rolled it. I'll have to look back at the footage, because I must have accidentally rolled it with my finger. It ain't no wonder I was flying so crazy. Since I'm not flying fast, I'm going to put it on 15. Because I'm not flying that fast over here, because it's a small park and you can't fly that fast. If I was flying at full speed, see, I'm only doing about 14 miles an hour. If I was flying at full speed, I'd have it at 25 degrees. Now we should be able to do something. There we go. There we go. Boy, I tell you what, I don't know how I hit my camera that way. My goodness gracious. But yeah, this is not a complete freestyle drone. This is good for just basic freestyling, and it's good for beginners. It's good for looking around at things, going through the woods, things of that nature. Doing real estate videos, doing indoor videos, just things like that. But as far as freestyle goes, it is not a freestyle drone. So if you're thinking of getting a freestyle drone out of this, then you'd be better off building your own 5-inch drone or getting a bind and fly or something like that. So anyway, enough about that. I still love my Avata. I love it to death. I think it's a really good drone. I love flying it. It is windy out here today, and it's still flying pretty good, as you can see. Let's go over here and go through this. You don't want to get too fast with that, with a 15-degree camera angle. You just don't want to get too fast, because then you got to go up in camera angle, or at least for me anyway. I got to go up to about 25 degrees if I do that. I'm purposely staying lower to the ground because the wind is blowing a lot, and the Avata doesn't like high winds. And it's blowing above these trees. It's blowing probably about 15 to 20 miles an hour, which means down here where I'm at, it's probably blowing about 10 to 12 miles an hour. It does fly easier in the wind when you're in manual mode, like I am right now. Because if we switch it over to, let's say we switch it over to sport mode, now you'll probably start seeing it getting blown around by the wind. You can actually see it there getting blown around by the wind. And if I take it up real high, you'll actually see what I mean about the wind here. Let me take it up here. Now you'll see the wind's just blowing it. The wind's blowing it now. So it's not a good drone to have in high wind situations. You would more want like a Mavic or something like that, Air 2S, something like that if you're going to be in higher wind situations. But I do love the Avata. Would I buy it again? Absolutely, 100%. Would I recommend people buy it? Absolutely. Anybody from newbies to even seasoned flyers, I think, would get an enjoyment out of the Avata. And some of the best enjoyments out of the Avata that I get are being able to investigate stuff, look at things, stuff like that, because you can just go into a complete hover mode and you can just go look around. Like right here, we can just go over here and investigate and say, well, what is that stuff? You know, what do we got in the woods down here? And things like that. But I'm not going to go in the woods today, but I have been down in there. So yeah, I think you'd get a lot of enjoyment out of the Avata. So go get yourself one. Will it fall from the sky? Who knows? Your Avata might fall from the sky. Has mine fallen from the sky? Heck yeah, it has. It's fallen from the sky. It fell from the sky over railroad tracks. Inside a building. It was no wind. It was inside a building and just fell. But that's neither here nor there. You'll still get a lot of fun out of it. I do suggest you get refresh care, because it's not a matter of if it will fall out of the sky. It's a matter of when it falls out of the sky. You'll need that refresh care. So, but they are a lot of fun. We joke around about it. I joke around about it. Others do too. But man, the Avata is a lot of fun to fly. It's kind of like the old joke goes, what does an Avata and a moped have in common? They're both fun to ride until your friends catch you. Oh boy. Oh well. Listen, I'm going to cut this video now because we are at the 8-minute. We're over almost 9 minutes, and I'm sure you're getting bored of me talking already. But hey, get yourself an Avata if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description below if you need a link to get one and you want to help support the channel, because I would make a little commission off of it. But otherwise, you can just go get it on your own, I guess, and not help me out. Either way is fine. I just appreciate you watching. Hey, if you can, subscribe to the channel. That would be a huge help. That's free. It don't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel and like this video. I would really appreciate that. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I'd love for this to be my full-time job and be able to make a living doing nothing but videos. And so I think that would be awesome. And it doesn't cost anybody a dime to watch these videos. It just takes a little bit of their time, and most people are already watching videos anyway. So I greatly appreciate it. I'm sure others appreciate it as well. We thank you very much. And I keep passing over a piece of garbage here, and I don't know why there's a piece of garbage in our park over here, but there certainly is. Let's see if we can figure out what that is. It looks like it's a, I don't know, candy pack? I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know, but I'm blowing it in the wind now, ain't I? Air nerds. So it was something called air nerds. Anyway, that shouldn't be in our park. People throw their garbage in the garbage can. But irregardless, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Listen, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see each and every one of you on the flip side. Bye-bye now.